What is up, guys? Kevin Cage back with the rapid fire XRP update. First things first, Singapore's DBS Bank, one of the largest banks out of Southeast Asia and also a very well-known RippleNet partner, becomes the first bank in Asia to offer crypto exchange. Now, I know we did cover this last month, but they actually went live today, so all confirmed, all good and great, and very, very exciting. Notice, the platform facilitates spot trading between 4 fiat currencies, the Singapore dollar, US dollar, Hong Kong dollar, and Japanese yen, in 4 cryptos: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash, and the best for last, XRP. All good and great. And then also a little commentary right here. And I think we're going to see a lot of this in the future. Not only Singapore, but many other countries are just levels ahead of what the United States is doing. They are innovating. And just like the dot-com bubble, the US was ahead because they had clear regulatory frameworks. Same concept applies. Southeast Asia is absolutely popping off for the cryptocurrency space, and they're leading it. And I personally, I hope the US catches up, but honestly, I'm not going to be waiting for them. I'm going to be investing and doing what I can in the meantime. So the exchange leverages blockchain tech to provide tokenization, trading, and a custody ecosystem for digital assets. The move follows DBS in principal approval as a recognized market operator by the country's central bank and regulator, the Monetary Authority of Singapore. Again, we know the MAS is very close to the company Ripple and many other projects. And just like SAMA, S-A-M-A, the Saudi Arabian Monetary Authority, the central bank there, they even had Ripple, and Ripple thought they had to go into sandbox environment and test it all out. And they said, no, you're compliant, you're good to go. We like it as it is. So I love that these, innovators, these regulators are allowing innovation to take place. All right, and this was actually shared on Twitter by Bank XRP. Now, something I want to show, interestingly enough, and as well, I encourage you guys to subscribe to his channel as well, is this. So Bordeaux in the XRP community shared this, and I remember doing a video over this, I don't know if it was last year or in the summer, about DBS Bank. And look what they said about Ripple. Ripple, the cheapest. Notice the cross-border payments in the order is, and Ripple's the cheapest compared to, Swift and even the ACH network. So lowest cost routing. But funny enough, when we go to the link, it's no longer there. So I don't know if this was actually on DBS's website. I'll have to go back to my old YouTube video, but it may have been Bordeaux's tweet that I actually went over when I did go over it. I just remember seeing this option. It wouldn't be the first time that, companies or banks have removed Ripple from their website. You don't want to over-speculate, but I wouldn't be surprised either way. So just kind of pointing that out as well. All right. So here is the original, document and link before, and now we cannot see it. So just wanted to point that out. Don't want you guys, throwing out conspiracy theories, but nonetheless, it is very interesting. And also, before I forget, if you guys are new to the XRP community, you want to buy XRP, keep in mind, you can go to CoinMarketCap and you can still see dozens of options. So go to CoinMarketCap, click XRP, click the market pairs, and you can see the exchange pairings that are available. I know you can get, XRP on KuCoin, Uphold.com, Bitrue.com. Many of those exchanges are linked in the video description as well. All right. Right here, speaking of Singapore, we have a senior policy manager in the APAC region, the Asia Pacific region. So you guys can read more about what they're doing. Just out of Singapore, wanted to share that. And remember, you can click view all jobs and see that they're always hiring, whether it's in Brazil, a central part of their strategy for their on-demand liquidity, aka XRP usage in the future. We know that they were just meeting with the the Central Bank of Brazil last summer, like this past summer. So nonetheless, I expect to hear some more things out of Brazil. I've been watching all those partnerships as well. And I hope that LOC, the line of credit, is an absolute success for RippleNet users, because that is specific use case and demand for XRP. There's no contesting that. All right, notice Singapore, Brazil, the UK, and London. So just keeping an eye on this. And then, of course, their headquarters, or, former original place, San Francisco and California. Now, these are interesting figures. Please stick around for this. XRP Crypto Wolf sharing this. Ripple, the company, ran crypto's most expensive lobbying program in 2020. They spent $690,000 for its lobbying on legislation looking to change the treatment of cryptocurrency under securities laws, the Token Taxonomy Act, and the Digital Commodity Exchange Act. People need to understand, when all is said and done, that it's going to be so ironic, because XRP is the black sheep of crypto. Ripple is hated on this in this ecosystem. And that is one of the reasons why I'm paying attention to them specifically. And when all is said and done, a lot of these projects are going to be thanking Ripple for their lobbying efforts that affects and is good for all crypto. If XRP, and obviously I do not think it would be at all considered a security on a going forward basis, the digital asset, I think, SEC is more concerned with the escrow holdings and the non-compliant sales and things like that, just like EOS and KIN. But worst case scenario, because we have to entertain it, if XRP was considered a security on a going forward basis, I would basically think that all of crypto is in big trouble. Your favorite altcoin and some of my favorite altcoins, and you guys know I hold like 20 or 30 of them, so I'm not just some XRP maximalist. I just want that to be very well known. All right. So right here, Ripple Labs spent $690,000 on their lobbying efforts. You can see Coinbase spent about $230,000 over the same year, so much more than Coinbase. And Binance US, Gemini, Kraken did not report any spending. So when all is said and done, guys, people will be thanking the company Ripple for their contribution towards regulation. We've seen with the DOJ, with FinCEN, and now with new people stepping up in the chair positions for the SEC, the CFTC, and the OCC, excuse me, for the acting comptroller of currency. So nonetheless, very exciting. I'm not political with the new administration or anything. I just want jobs to get done. I want clarity in this ecosystem so we can take off for good. It is simply a matter of time. You can't put this genie back in the bottle. It's already come out. It's already solving real problems, and I want to show you a few other examples. Right here, guys. So XRP Crypto Wolf, more institutional investors are buying Ethereum, seeing it as a store of value. So we know that there are new, Ether futures contracts coming out, which, could contribute to the value of ETH, of course, in massive fluctuations. And nonetheless, I think investors just realize that the opportunity for Bitcoin is over. Like, if you wanted to get rich off Bitcoin, you invested in 2010 or, even 2015. Nowadays, I think it is just smarter to go into a different alt that has a real solution and actually solves real problems for real customers. XRP, cough, cough, and a variety of other alts in the DeFi space. There's so many that are popping off left and right. And I still laugh that people think Ripple is just getting in the DeFi. Ripple basically contributed to this whole infrastructure for most of these DeFi projects. So still laughable, and just refer back to the lobbying as well. All right. And then Equity Capital just wanted to share this. So he said for a couple of years now that XRP would surpass Bitcoin's store of value use case as soon as it reaches a certain level of liquidity. And I absolutely agree. The utility market's going to be very different. Of course, this $1 trillion global market cap has caught a lot of attention, just like it did say in this article as well with DBS talking about institutional adoption. Hey, all publicity is good publicity at the end of the day. I just wanted to share that. But nonetheless, I agree with this sentiment here. And just like I say, XRP will be like a black hole for value, being that bridge asset, sucking everything in. Then the higher value it becomes, the more liquid it can become, and the higher values it can send. And it's just like a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's the flywheel effect, like the company Ripple explains. And we've seen where they're at in that chart that they've shown at their recent annual event at Swell. It really makes you wonder. And yes, I am absolutely excited for that, for Flare, for so much in the space, and a lot of other assets I hold. All right, so more institutional investors looking at that, blah, blah, blah. Wanted to read this. I think the more adventurous institutions are exploring Ethereum and DeFi after they looked at Bitcoin. Yeah, I mean, if my buddy hit me up and he had $30,000 and he said, hey, should I buy one Bitcoin or should I diversify between, 3 projects or 10 projects? I would tell him to diversify in a variety of alts, such as XRP. And it's a no-brainer. Obviously, the upside to double your money in terms of market capitalization and use case, it's not like, I don't even want you guys to think it's just guessing and pure gambling. Like, you can look at the charts, you can do whatever you want, but just understand that a lot of the levels up high will be retested, whether Ripple uses XRP or on-demand liquidity does or not. It's just how markets move. They move in waves. It's an algorithm. There's trading bots, there's liquidity providers, and I know some have stopped altogether. With less liquidity, assets can be more volatile and go higher, go lower. They can really fluctuate with even less money and volume in the market. So all I see is opportunity as a trader. All right. Went over this. I don't need to bore you with the details right here. Senate confirms Janet Yellen. Now, I just want to share something really quick, as now she is the new U.S. Treasury Secretary instead of Mnuchin, and I want to touch on this right here. And this is her quote. I think many cryptocurrencies are used, at least in a transaction sense, mainly for illicit financing, and I think we really need to examine ways in which we can curtail their use. Exactly what a typical, older secretary, I'd assume, would say. But at least she has the right idea right here, and we know she's friends with Christine Lagarde, and she even goes on to say that legitimate uses should be encouraged. Well, I hope she actually means that, and says crypto has the potential to improve the efficiency of the financial system? Well, if you've been paying attention, Miss Janet Yellen, you should look at XRP and know that we've already solved for real customers $2.4 billion in notional value that has been transferred through on-demand liquidity. Not grandma buying XRP or Bitcoin and hoping it goes up. Actual production for remittances to lower the actual fees for users. So that's solving a real problem. That's another example of, again, a payments token. Just like in this right here, we can see a digital commodity that is required to power transactions on its network. Remember, I showed that video of Stuart Elderati, general counsel for Ripple, saying, yeah, cryptos may have, multiple classifications in the future. It could be a security token, a vested interest in the company's success. It could be a utility token, such as maybe Ethereum to a certain degree, or it could be a payments token. What category do you think would XRP be? Obviously a payments token. Now, could you build a use case where XRP is a utility token? Yes. And could it actually even be a security token in some regards? Yes. My answer is this. It's not all black and white, guys. We are in a new age. A new transfer of wealth is happening. The Howey test and all these rules that they have in the regulation, the protocols they go from, and the frameworks, I should say. I was losing the word. They were made 50 years ago, 100 years ago. That's before the internet was even around in live production, before I even had a cell phone or knew what social media or an app was, before you even knew how to send money across the globe, guys. So I think it's absolutely time for the United States regulators to, stop being cavemen and really change with the times and adapt. And I think if you can adapt, we can allow true innovation to occur, and the United States can actually do some great things again, like it did in the .com bubble. So that was my little rant there. Freestyle, right? Went over this. Now, also wanted to go over this. So Jeremy Allaire, CEO of Circle, showing this. So today Circle rolled out a full production support for USDC. Again, the stablecoin. Remember, USDC, I'll choose that any day over USDT, Tether. Stay away from Tether. That is not financial advice, but kind of financial advice. Stay away from Tether. And things bring USDC to a faster moving ecosystem. Now, we can kind of speed through this. And as you see, we already know that they're, connected and being built with, of course, Stellar. We also know USDC is on Algorand, another crypto I love, and Solana. Solana, in my opinion, kind of came out of nowhere for me. But nonetheless, very exciting. And what I like is that we even see Panos in the XRP community comment, when XRP Ledger. And of course, linking the article, issuing stablecoins on the XRP Ledger. XRP Ledger, guys, does so much than just houses XRP. It has a decentralized exchange. You can issue IOUs. There's just so many great features, payment channels, just so many other capabilities that most blockchains or other consensus networks don't even comprehend. So just wanted to point that out. Also, so XRP, I'm going to say XRP Explorer instead of, Explorer, and GateHub, they have this partnership for security and privacy. I'm just going to speed through this and show you what is up. Notice, they have Wallet Protect, which is launched in collaboration with CoinCover. I encourage you guys to use these hyperlinks and go to the website. And there's 2 tiers now. They're offering insurance of up to $10,000 and $100,000. And look, they've already saved real money. So we have insurance and actual security, guys, and fraud prevention. Notice, there's been, in the last 6 months, prevented more than 500,000 XRP from being sent to scams and stopped more than 2 million XRP from being laundered. That is real utility, people. That is something that we're seeing on the rise. So you guys can say that crypto is a bubble and it's going down, down, down. Whether it skyrockets from here or recovers, in my opinion, this asset class is here to stay. All right, so Wallet Protect, you guys can read about this, Fraud Shield, Emergency Recovery, Theft Cover, and then you guys can go to coincover.com if you're curious. I just wanted to show another example. Very exciting with GateHub, as they're, a longtime supporter of XRP. All right, went through some job positions. And last but not least, guys, so how to invest in crypto tax-free. So I know I already talked about iTrustCapital in the previous video. Links are in the top of this video description. I actually wanted to show something different with actual, part of their blog. So I know, guys, if you have a kid, they better have a Roth IRA at age 18. That's just something that I think is very, very smart to do. Just like a lot of people, think you want to have a 401k and take advantage of matching with your employer right away. Roth IRAs, I think, are much, much more important, specifically for crypto. You don't have to keep them there for life. If it takes off in the next, couple of years like we're anticipating, sell a couple million. You can go put it back in a normal mutual fund with Vanguard or Fidelity. That's my plan. And then let the rest ride for life and leave it in crypto as well. So I'll be leaving, absolutely part of my XRP bag in there for life, because you just do not know how high we can get. And I think that with a lot of crypto assets, just to be clear. All right, so right here, expatriate to a country without capital gains. We've talked about this. It's funny because English is so weird. Expatriate is the verb, but it's also a noun for an expatriate, for someone that, lives outside of the US. And this is a really cool option. If you guys want to, I know I did retweet it. It is on iTrustCapital's Twitter as well. Invest in opportunity zones. So I'm going to read a little bit of it just in case you're curious. So for those wishing to retain their US citizenship, there are local opportunities to defer paying taxes on capital gains. One such strategy is investing in opportunity zones, towns and counties designated by each state that provide investors with tax deferrals by spurring economic growth in the targeted area. This means you defer paying taxes on capital gains gotten through crypto. If you made, $800,000, you could, instead of taking profit and having to pay massive taxes on that, obviously I won't have to with the Roth IRA as well, you can literally take that. And notice this, reinvest those gains, those profits that would have been taxed, into a qualified opportunity zone real estate within 180 days of selling your crypto. So you have about half a year to do so, which is very nice. And this can be done for extended periods of time. And the longer you hold your opportunity zone investment, the more deferred taxes owed is forgiven, up to 15% of total capital gains. To me, that's definitely an option, at least for some of my investment, if it works out like I anticipate. Just wanted to share that. So I'm sure you guys, have plenty of different options. I would love to hear your thoughts down below. And if anybody has invested in opportunity zones in the past, I personally have not. I would love to hear your thoughts. Property, REITs, whatever you guys can recommend. Always listening, always learning. I appreciate it. Links are in the top of this video description, and I will catch you in the next one.